Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the POC Ventral SPIN cycling helmet. Optimizing aerodynamics means reducing drag, and that means it's easier to go faster. That's resulted in a lot of aerodynamic helmets on the market. Today we're going to be looking at POC's variation, the POC Ventral SPIN. This is designed from the ground up to be an aero helmet and shares a lot of commonality between the other POC helmets. Packaging wise, as with a lot of POC items, very clean and minimal. Simple white with black graphics on the reflective POC logo on here. This is the Ventral SPIN. So we'll go ahead and take it out of the box, and while I do that, we'll go over the specs. Now, retail price on this is very steep. This is $290. So definitely a premium price helmet. The SPIN is actually their Shearing Pad InsideDesign, and even though POC was one of the first to bring MIPS into road helmets, this is their variation. So it's an in-house solution that actually does a similar idea to MIPS. Now, as with any aero helmet, this is CFD optimized to reduce aerodynamic drag. It's available in 11 colors, and as you can see, this mint green is really beautiful. They have a lot of other matte finishes as well as a few glossy ones. It has an integrated sunglass garage, which is the two side vents with these little gripper pads. And it has their 360-degree adjustment system, which makes it really easy to adjust the fit on the fly as it wraps all the way around. So in terms of what you get in the box, you get the helmet itself, some basic instructional booklet on here, actually quite thick. That'll give you some more information about the helmet, as well as a storage bag, which is a nice addition that you see with premium helmets. So this is a fabric bag. You can see I can throw the helmet in here. And it's a great way to store it when it's not being used, avoid it getting dusty or scratched up. Now let's take a look at the weight of the helmet. This is a medium-sized variation. This is the US market. So it comes in at 290 grams, so fairly heavy actually for the price, but still being under 300 grams, you're not going to really feel it on your head. Now let's go over the fit and finish of the POC Ventral SPIN helmet. Now, POC helmets have gained a lot of popularity due to their sleek styling and colors. However, they're often criticized for their bulkiness and the fact that they look a little bit like a mushroom when you're actually wearing it. With the Ventral, they've tried to combat some of that stigma by making it more narrow and having a flatter top, so a little sleeker appearance when it's being worn. They're also offering a variety of matte colors, and some of these color schemes are really nice looking. You can see here, this is a mint green variation with black contrast, black accent colors that are extended all the way from the straps to the head retention system to the surround, so they really go the extra mile. It's also offered in a few glossy colors and a variation of matte colors, so you can definitely find the one that works for you. Now, what's really unique about the Ventral SPIN is that when you talk about aero helmets, you usually talk about blocking off vents, and that's how they reduce aerodynamic drag, by letting all the air go up and over. With the Ventral, you still get 5 large vents here, with additional vents near the top and tons of vents near the back that funnel the air up and through you, and you can see you have internal channels that direct the air all the way through. So quite a unique design that keeps you cool on the bike. Also, there are gripper pads here, a little bit hard to see because they're black, but these are a little grippy adhesive section here, and that holds your sunglasses in place and prevents them from sliding out. On the side, you have a traditional aerodynamic profile. You have that blunt trailing edge, almost a flat top, and a smooth curve coming down. So very nice scalloping here. This shares a lot in common with the other POC helmets, but you can see the vents have been kind of sculpted away. You also have very minimal brandings. That's always a nice thing about POC. These are very clean and distinct, and they really match your cycling kit or your bike, depending on which color you pick. And you have these nice side vents here as well. Now, if we go to the rear, you can see you have very aggressive venting again, with this channel down the middle going all the way through, and it's a very thin section here. So this actually brings the air together to reduce some of the turbulence behind you and therefore reduce the drag. You have this nice surround here with the POC. As I mentioned, this will be either white or black, depending on your main color scheme. You also have a little bit of information on here with the model number, a little bit about the sizing and the actual materials used. Now, perhaps one of the best parts about this helmet is the inside. Now, even though POC was one of the first to bring MIPS liners to road helmets, they've actually moved away from that and developed their own in-house solution. This is the spin pad, and you can see it's actually just a soft pad, a little gel filled. And this acts the same way a MIPS liner would do, in that it rotates a little bit if you have an accident, so it absorbs some of the rotational force. So even though the MIPS liner itself is not bulky, you can see that without it, and just simple padding, it's a very nice compact solution. And you can actually see all the internal air channels. So you have better ventilation with this helmet, as it's a much more open design. The 360 retention system is also really easy to adjust. They call it 360 because you can actually see it wraps all the way around and provides a lot of adjustments. And again, they've extended the color scheme right down to the plastic all the way in this. So this is all black. Really nice detail. I also like the nylon straps. So you can see it has this built-in splitter in here. That's really nice and compact, easy to adjust, and then soft against your head too, because you don't feel the plastic, you feel the extra material here instead. And even though this doesn't have a magnetic buckle, it has a cool curved buckle. So a little basic plastic buckle, but you can see it's actually curved inward. In the same way, the side splitters are curved inward as well. So you can keep the straps nice and taut without any discomfort. Now let's do a little comparison between the POC Ventral SPIN and other helmets on the market. One thing I wanted to first show was a different color variation for the Ventral SPIN. You can see this is a matte yellow, and we have the matte green here. You can see the accent colors are different. This is the black, while this is the white. And as I mentioned, they go the full extra distance here, so white is all the way down to the retention system, and then color match straps with the yellow one that really set it off with white buckles. So you can really find the color that works for you. Now, if you look at other POC helmets, you can see here we have the Octal. You can see very similar design language between them, and that's one strong point of POC. They have a really good brand identity. So whether you're looking at their sunglasses or helmet, they all have a very distinctive style to them that's easy to set them apart. So you can see the channel design, very similar. Essentially with the Ventral, it's a cutoff design that has a slightly different profile too. So a little flatter, obviously less venting on the sides, with the back being, again, optimized on the Ventral to be a little more aerodynamic. But otherwise quite similar. Now, the Ventral SPIN, even though it has a lot of ventilation, it's not really a match for a full road aero helmet. This is a Smith Trace, and you can see not only does the Smith Trace look a little more aggressive, especially in the Get Wild color scheme, it's also a little bit less bulky and a lot more ventilated. So you can see, again, vents running down the center. You have the Furo technology here peeking out, and a less aggressive aero profile than obviously the Ventral. Now, one really fair comparison would be compare aero helmet versus aero helmet. Here we have the Bollé Furo MIPS, and you can see a lot of similarities here. The Furo has removable vent covers. They're open right now, but that actually gives you the option to run aero or not. But you can see less vents here, NACA duct on top versus the flat closed channel here. The Furo has a flatter profile as well, but similar design concepts here. You want that blunt trailing edge at the back to really funnel air through, and then side scallops to bring the air around. Now, again, the Bollé Furo is less bulky. You can see from the side profile. It's a much more shallow helmet. And with the MIPS liner in here, it's pretty well integrated versus the spin design of POC. But again, I think the POC in terms of styling really wins out, as the Furo is only available 1 or 2 colors and doesn't quite have the Euro look that the POC does. Now let's get the POC Ventral SPIN on the road. It's a really good looking helmet that's very comfortable and provides pretty surprisingly good ventilation despite being an aerodynamic helmet. Particularly in this green and black color, it also matches well with your bike or kits. You can see the large vents in the back as well as the large vents in the front that funnel the air right through the helmet. The helmet also pairs really well with the POC AIM sunglasses or other oversized sunglasses to provide really good protection against the sun and the wind. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Ventral SPIN helmet. What we like about it is the sleek styling. It has a distinctive POC design language as well as very unique color schemes. And despite being an aerodynamic helmet, the optimized air channels provide really great ventilation. So even on hotter days, you still stay cool. Also, the attention to detail, such as the contrasting accent colors, is a really nice touch from POC and sort of justifies the higher price. Some of the cons of the helmet is that higher price. This is almost $300, which is quite a lot given other helmets on the market. It also lacks reflective elements, which some of the previous POC helmets did have. And finally, it's a little bit bulkier than other aero helmets as it extends a little bit further down and the foam is a little bit thicker. Taking everything into account would give the helmet an 8.4 out of 10. This is an aerodynamic helmet with really great ventilation. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.